Hey, how's it going, guys? So I'm back again. This time I'm going to be doing like a 6 month review of being a lease operator here at Prime. So yeah, I'm going to split this video into two formats. Basically, the first part of the video will be a recap of my the first video. If you guys got a chance to watch it, it was my explanation of what it was like to be a lease operator for the first 3 months. And it really hasn't changed much, my opinion, to be honest with you guys. Prime has been very efficient, very good, in my opinion, with the way I've been treated and everything. So it's pretty much going to be a recap of the first video. So I'll start with with this, and then I'm going to bring in some maybe new things that I noticed and some new ideas and tips that might be helpful for you guys. So I'll start with the recap. It's still true. In my opinion, to maximize your profits, you have to run hard and run for long periods of time. It definitely affects your paycheck when you take time off. For example, if if you run for like 2 weeks, then you decide to take some time off, a few days or whatever. I noticed that I ran most of my runs are basically for a month and a half to 2 months. Then I take a week off, a week and a half or so off, and that seems to be working out the best, at least for me, in my opinion. You have to make sure that you schedule your time in advance so your fleet manager can prepare. And also, I still like the ability to basically take time off in whenever I want and stuff like that. That has been like a huge factor for me in doing the lease operator over company. So that still holds very true. Um, and I also, I take opportunity to study or see any investment opportunities during my time off when when I'm not driving and stuff like that. So I think that's also like a very positive thing, where you have like some downtime for like today. They reschedule my load from yesterday until tonight. So I have basically about 20 something hours to instead of like sitting. I did a lot of work. I did a lot of things that I needed to do. I take some of my time to learn more about taxes and stuff like that, and after check the truck and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with your time off, which holds true. And also make sure you project your vacation time off, whenever you in advance, because then you can get really good deals in flights or rentals or whatever. And what holds true too, where like my first months were like a little bit of a challenge because it was my first time dealing with tandems, the weight ratio. I got really good at it right now. By now, after I've been doing 6 months now, so it's very uh, you know, it was a challenge at the beginning, but not so much anymore. So those were some. If you haven't watched my first video, I recommend it. I'm gonna put a link above so you can watch it, where I go maybe a little bit more detail with my struggles and stuff like that. But basically, what I said still holds true to now. 6 months into my 6 month lease. And then I also have some new ideas and tips, maybe, and also some things I noticed, about the lease operation. I would say that you have to constantly check your truck and equipment. So you still have to do your pre-trip and post-trip and stuff like that. But even so, I would still like just have a quick check whenever you're getting gas. For example, this happened to me yesterday. I drop off. I went to get gas, or what was it? The day before that, I went to get gas, and then I stopped, and then I went to. I did like a quick look around the trailer just to make sure everything was hooked and everything. And somebody cut my airline. I don't know how this happened, because it was very weird. But like when I checked the airline, it was like it looked like it was cut with like a knife. It was like So I had to replace that. I pay for it because I was like, I it's something that you can definitely do for on your by your own, but I wanted to see first like how a professional does it. So I was like observing how he did it. So now I know what tools I need and like what to do next when if I have to do it again. So it's good to like pay a little bit, like to see somebody else, a professional, do stuff like that. Work on the truck before you decide to do it yourself. I think, in my personal opinion. And you, I I I decided when I did my first 3 months, I decided to just take all the loads and stuff like that. And my profits have been good. I think it's true that what they this is something that you learn, that even if you take like a low paying load, they're gonna make up for it in the following load, or it averages. And I think that has been true in my opinion. And also I think it's also very important that you guys have to keep track of your expenses. For example, I think the biggest one for everybody is food. The thanks to the inflation, the economy right now, the food prices, everything went up. Netflix, all your stuff. So what I recommend is that you sit down and you start. You track everything: your food, your expenses, your subscriptions, because uh, it's a little bit of money, but every month when you add it up, it's like a lot of money. So you're like paying a lot of money. So you gotta figure out what works for you. Maybe you buy in bulk food and stuff like that. I also recommend that you guys do exercise, keep somehow a little bit of a diet. I've been losing weight. I started like at 185, something like that when I started, and now I'm like at 168, 167, because I have a little system that I kind of like figure out for myself. And you can check out this. I'm gonna put a link for the video if you wanna like kind of see what I do. But of course, you gotta like figure out everything for yourself, because everybody's body is different. So yeah, I think cutting on expenses and food and stuff like that. That's tough, because the idea that I noticed is like, you gotta keep your profits, instead of so in a way you have to keep your expenses down a lot. And also I think like what keeps me motivated and stuff like that is to find a new personal milestone to accomplish, maybe every week, every month, and stuff like that, to keep your mind going and stuff like that. So I'm learning a lot about taxes, because I know the more I learn, the more I'm going to be able to keep even more of my profits and stuff like that. And also, I would suggest that you go over your settlements, basically your paycheck that you get every week, just to see, like what you're spending a lot of money on, your deductions, and stuff like that. So you can like project, like, oh, maybe I should like, try to fix my fuel efficiency and stuff like that, and see what's eating some of your profits, that you might not notice. So it's good to go over. I like to go over the settlements, see how much I've been making, in 1 year, like so far from the since I started the lease until now. And unfortunately, guys, that's not something that I really wanna share with everybody. Your personal income and stuff like that. So if you ask me, I'm just not going to post my, what my how much I've been making and stuff like that. But like I said it in my previous video, it's been very, very good. I never made this much money in other jobs and stuff like that. So for me, it has been like a blessing, honestly. Um, Prime has been very good to me. The trailer broke down one time. They quickly got somebody over to fix the tire and stuff like that. So they're pretty good. I would say they're very like as good as they can be, because obviously they're still, at the end of the day, people might get frustrated and stuff like that, but everybody's just trying to do their job in their best capacity, we can hope, right? But things happen and stuff like that. Maybe they need to get a service, but that service is busy at the moment, so you might that's out of their power to try to force them to go faster or whatever, but so I think they've been very good. The road assistants, shout out to them. Shout out to all my trainers too. JD, I spoke to you recently. My trainer David, and also my peers. A lot of the people that I started with, they're still driving, and they're doing really well. So I definitely give a very positive review. I think it's been great and stuff like that to be a lease operator. So yeah, I'm going to be posting a little bit more videos. I recently bought a new phone too that I've been using because I was thinking about getting a specific GPS for trucks, but I ended up getting a new phone that folds so you can use it as a GPS. So I'm gonna be posting more reviews and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and subscribe and do all those things. Thank you. Bye bye.